We are the New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks. Say go New York, go New York, go.
All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Monday evening. Another edition of the Knicks Postgame Live presented by Underdog Fantasy. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com. Use our code KFTV for a first-time deposit match up to $100. The Knicks back at home taking on Evan Fournier, Quentin Grimes, Cade Cunningham, and the Detroit Pistons. And the Pistons would once again make this thing interesting by hanging in there, going toe-to-toe with these Knicks. It was once again a cardiac Knick affair. And Quentin Grimes had a lot to say in this one, people, with a fourth quarter explosion of 14 points. Grimes Hive was looking for revenge, but thank God for the Nova Trio, Jalen, Donte, and Josh Hart. Mr. Reliable shuts the door, and the Knicks escape with a 113-111 victory over the Pistons. Another cardiac Knick affair. Look at us. Are you not entertained, people? Are you not entertained? Wow. Wow. I mean, you just can't make it up, guys. I knew this team was going to be in for a dogfight, especially early in this game. The Pistons just seemed like they had an edge to them tonight. I like how Cade was playing. He was carving everybody up tonight, Brunson everybody. He's been hot, so you had to expect that. Ivy was going in. They were able to get some things going in the paint, so I was a little bit concerned as the game kept dragging because the Knicks just had a hard time putting this team away. They had a hard time putting this team away, despite the fact that the Brunson trio, for the first time, gave you 20 points each, despite the fact that Donte was really cooking in the second quarter on into the second half. Josh Hart was great in the entire game, and Brunson had his moments. This Pistons team hung in there tight, and before you knew it, you look at it's the fourth quarter, and who's in there turning up? It's Quentin Grimes. And after the first or second three that he hit, I don't know if you guys noticed this. This may have been like 11 minutes into the fourth, and he's clapping his hands like a maniac. I said, whoa, I never seen this much emotion from Grimes Hive. He wants to put this team away. He wants to get revenge. And he almost did. It was this close. It was literally this close, man. But again, great job by Josh Hart, because from beginning to end, he really had to do everything for this team. Score, play make, rebound, and he was great. And he ends up getting the game-sealing victory, and they got it. Wasn't pretty, but it was gritty, man. 113-111. Brennan said CP starting early. Yes, yeah, Brennan, I'm back, man. I'm back from vacation. I'm starting early, man. First post-game show in damn near 2 weeks. I'm ready to roll, man. Call us up, 657-383-1509, or hit us up on the KnicksFanTV Discord. Let me know what you guys thought about tonight. Are you concerned? Are you happy because a win is a win? Where are you right now, Knicks Nation? Leave an emoji in the chat. Call us up. Let me know what you guys think. I just said, boy, oh, boy. I mean, look, we talked about this on Knicks Weekly earlier today. And I just thought, hey, this team, I think they could be due for a little slide here. I'm a little bit concerned about how this Knicks defense is going to play. And offensively, it could get dicey. Who's going to help Jalen out? Now, offensively, they were fine. Donte showed up. Donte was splashing, especially, like I said, in the second half. Josh was good. But defensively, he got a little dicey. Cade was carving him up. Duran had his moments in the paint, getting boards and attacking inside. They got some things going in transition. I liked how the Pistons were attacking. I mean, you could almost make a case that 17 turnovers for the Pistons was turned into 30 Knick points. You could almost make the case that if that team was able to take care of the ball a little bit, they might have escaped with a win. But That's what bad teams do. Bad teams find a way to lose, and I thought that's what the Pistons did tonight. So you give the Knicks credit. And, yeah, I don't know if it was a trap game. I can't really call it a trap game because this Knicks team that is down 3 starters, how much better are they than this Piston team? Not to say that the Knicks are all of a sudden a terrible team, but on any given night, I mean, this Knicks team at full strength almost lost to this Piston team. Anybody can get knocked off in the NBA, so I have a hard time seeing this as necessarily a trap game because this Knicks team is so depleted. Billy R23, Pistons came out with a ton of energy. A ton of energy. And how about Grimes, man? Grimes Hive. How is the Grimes Hive feeling tonight? How are we feeling tonight, man? Because he was looking to leave there with a victory. Forget Fournier. And Fournier had all this to say. He's talking to the Daily News. Fournier said, I'm not 41, I'm 31. I still got a lot to give to this game. He gave him nothing tonight. It was Grimes was the story. He was tight. They sent him to the wall with Fournier. They sent him to the Night's Watch, and he came back for revenge. He was trying to clamp up on Jalen, forced a couple of tough shots. I thought Brunson's shot selection in the fourth and crunch time, I thought it was bad. I didn't like it. He took a couple of bad threes when they were only down 1. We didn't need that. We don't need that. But Josh ended up bailing him out. I didn't like Brunson's shot selection down the stretch. Donte did make up for it, and Josh Hart was able to seal it. But, man, Grimes was looking to cook. Noah Rosado says we didn't deserve the win, but we'll take it. Yeah, you take it, man. It is what it is. Will Aquino, Grimes took it personal. Absolutely. Yeah, Malachi tried to do his thing. Grimes wanted to make a statement. Isaiah Jackson definitely agreed. No question. Dean Sumo, $5 Superchat says, this is what we live for. Cardiac Knicks for the win. David Duncan says, yeah, Brunson was pissing me off. Mac, Brunson's decision-making wasn't Brunson's decision-making was bad lately. Yeah, I didn't like it in the fourth. Captain Clutch, I didn't like how Brunson was attacking in the fourth. I thought he settled, took a couple of bad shots, and that's when things got a little bit dicey there. So, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Call us up. We got Al coming in shortly, and we'll talk about it, man. You had Brunson with 35 and 12, Hart 23, 7 and 6, and Dante's Inferno 21 points for Dante's Inferno. So you got the Nova boys having to put the team on their back as they usually did. I did like Bogdanovich's minutes though in the fourth. I liked the lineups of having him out there with that unit and getting some offense. He was able to get some threes up there. Bogdanovich finished with 13 off the bench, 3 of 8 from downtown, 6 boards. That was pretty important. So he gave him a good lift. Everybody wants to make Burks a story. Burks is like 5th on the list. We're not talking about Burks in the opening segment. I mean, you guys are like obsessed. Burks stunk it up tonight. The Knicks won. The story is the Knicks winning despite a Grimes onslaught. We don't bury the lead here on KnicksFanTV. Nick Knack, $5 Super Chat says, I want every Knick fan to go apologize to Josh. Hashtag eat your heart out. Well, you wish they could play the Pistons every night. But the bottom line is that when they play better defenses, it's going to be a tougher night for him. But tonight was a night where the basket was good. The basket was as wide as the ocean. He was knocking them down. He got on the boards and he playmaked. He did what he had to do. Took what the defense gave him and got him a win. So to everybody in the chat, once again, Brendan Cooney. Shout out to the Fanchise channel members. Brendan Cooney just joined. G5 Wiz, Burks not making a playoff rotation. I mean, you guys are obsessed, man. Whitaker Wright says, is this a wake-up call for the Knicks? Well, I think this entire stretch is going to be without their main guys. They have to step up. But they have a tall order ahead. There's no question. They barely escaped this one. Tomorrow night's on a back-to-back. Second night of a back-to-back is going to be tough. Thursday against Golden State is going to be tougher, and Sunday against the Cavs is going to be even tougher. So there's only so much they can do. I don't necessarily think it's a wake-up situation, but I think that you can only go so far when you're severely undermanned. Yes, you can play hard every night, but defensively they have a lot of holes, and offensively things are a bit questionable. So, yeah, I mean, I told you guys in Knicks Weekly today I was worried about this team. Because I think they're going to slide a little bit until they get reinforcements. And the question is, when? Okay, let's get we'll wait for Al to get ready. Thought he was ready to go. We'll wait for him to get ready. And we'll get his thoughts on the game. Let me see who else is in here. Who else we got in here? So to all the Fanchise channel members, Peter K, NYK. Peter, what's good? All right, let's get Al in here. Let's line him up. All right, Al, how you feeling, man?
Yo, what up?
How you feeling, man?
I'm all right, man. This game could, it was a close call, but Knicks were able to come away with a victory,
Yeah.
But give credit to the Detroit Pistons, man. They're playing a lot better than they did at the beginning of the season. Looks like these guys are starting to figure it out for a young team after all the trades that they made. So Pistons starting to figure it out. Knicks had, fend off what they could with still, a shorthanded Knicks team, but they were able to get the job done, man.
Yeah.
Able to get the job done.
How about Grimes trying to send the Knicks home, man? He was hot tonight, man. Yeah, I mean, in every sense of the word. I mean, he's hot on the court. He was playing with a mean streak. I've never seen Grimes play that way when he was with the Knicks in the 3 years he's been here. That was an emotional.
He's got that opportunity now.
Well, yeah, I guess he had the opportunity.
Well, I mean, he has more runway than he does on the Knicks, right? Like, he was asked to play a specific role. Now he gets more of an opportunity on the Pistons. I mean, there's outside of Cade and Durant and Ivy, like, who else has really earned the right to go out and score and play the way that he's playing right now?
Yeah. 14 points in the fourth quarter for Quentin Grimes. I really thought they were going to do it, man. That things got dicey there, but Josh Hart was able to seal it for these guys. What you think about the Nova trio tonight? Let's start with Hart, because I thought he had even though Brunson had the 36 and 12, I thought Hart had the best overall game and a much needed overall game for this team, man. What you think about Hart tonight?
I thought Hart played really well tonight, man. Look, you saw it on both ends of the floor, offensively and defensively. Yeah, not the most efficient night, but still efficient enough. 8 of 17 from the field gets you 23 points. I thought the 3-point shooting was really on point for him tonight. 3 of 5 from downtown, 4 of 7 from the free throw line. But he was just playing like carefree out there, man. It just seemed like he was just comfortable out there playing the defensive way that we've seen from him since he's joined the Knicks last year. You see how he's just playing that free safety role, able to get the ball, attack and transition, or even be a facilitator, man. How about the times where you just see him cutting to the lane and just passing it out, looking for somebody to either shoot the three or just looking for the big in the paint, like Hartenstein looking to put up a floater, man. He just looked like he was ready to play tonight. I really like Hart's game. It wasn't like the prettiest, and not necessarily the prettiest for the Knicks overall, but I thought he played a solid game tonight, man. This is the type of game that you want to see from Josh Hart moving forward during the regular season and going into the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, fortunately for him, he was playing the Pistons defense that isn't really all that great, and he took advantage of. But good thing is that he was knocking down, especially his open shots. I mean, he went 3 for 5 from downtown. Overall from the field, he was 8 of 17 from the field. So shot damn near 50% from the field. 8 rebounds, 2 on the offensive side, 6 dimes, a steal, a block, turnover. Was he on my fantasy team tonight on Underdog?
Fantasy tonight for Underdog was
yes,
slim
he
picking.
was. Yes, he was. He was on Team Fanchise tonight on Underdog Fantasy, and finished. Well, we'll get to all of that in a bit, but he absolutely was on Team Fanchise, man, who's currently leading in the draft, man. How about Donte DiVincenzo, man? Dante's Inferno, 5 of 10 from downtown. I expected him to come back alive after the letdown against the Seas, and he did just that. I thought he was great tonight. It seemed like from the second quarter on, he really started to catch fire, and that was good for the Knicks, much needed, because his offense is going to be needed here on out, man.
Yeah, slow start for Donte in this game in the first quarter. It was really the Brunson show and a little bit of Josh Hart. But Donte coming through in the end, especially with the 3-point shooting, man. I thought that he'd be going a lot further, and you needed him tonight. Without Julius on this team, you need that secondary score, and that's what Donte has been on most nights. Thankfully, you get the Nova trio, but Donte, man, shooting really well, facilitating really well. My favorite play from him tonight, man, was he gets the ball at the top of the key, quickly passes to Hartenstein, cuts, right? He cuts / curls around Hartenstein to get like that easy floater after Hartenstein passes it right back to him. It's stuff like that, man. The quick reads, that's really where Donte starts to thrive, man. And you're starting to see it all come together on this Knicks basketball team, just because you see the familiarity with everybody on the roster. You see the confidence, right? Dante's playing with a lot of confidence right now. A lot of freedom, gets the ultimate green white since it's Brunson and everybody else. And I just want to see him continue this type of shooting, man, moving forward, right? I mean, we talk about it tonight, but it's really moving forward and seeing how do you keep this guy active in the offense, because he's playing at a phenomenal level, man. I mean, granted, before the break, he tweaked his hamstring, right?
Yeah.
But you want to see him get back into rhythm because he's much needed, especially as a lethal shooter.
True indeed, man. $20 super chat from the Rhyme Animal, Chuck D. Salute to the Rhyme Animal, Chuck D, man. Everybody throw a hashtag PE in the chat. He said the Pistons won this game and threw it away. If they didn't, I was thinking that the NBA wanted to give that Houston game back to us in a weird way. Grimes and Fournier appeared to really play with a vigor. Welcome back, CP, man. Salute to the Rhyme Animal, Chuck D, man. Back from vacation and here to call this postgame show, man. Here to call this postgame show. And
back from vacation? Where'd you go?
Back from vacation.
Did you go?
I did a little paradise, man. Me and the lady went down to St. Lucia, bro. Yeah.
St. Lucia?
Went to St. Lucia, man. Picked a different spot on the map. Usually I go to the yard, and we say the yard, that is Jamaica.
Right.
That is the home away from home. You know what I mean? But we switched it up this time. Picked a spot we never been to. Went to St. Lucia, man. It was a good vibe. It was a good vibe.
That was like I thought that was a KFTV crew giveaway that you did for the company office. You thought it was I thought it was somebody in the office, whether it was the Maz, the host, somebody that was like, hey, guys, put a raffle in to go on vacation. But then you decided to take it from us. Look at that.
Yeah. Had to recalibrate the gauges. You know what I mean? Touch the soil a little bit. And get back.
I thought your background was different when you were on Bleacher Report. I was like, that's not his background.
yeah. I don't. They asked me last minute, and I'm in between like pool time. I had just wrapped up from breakfast. They're
pool time. Look at this
I'm
guy.
on pool time. I'm outside, and I totally did the Bleacher Report thing from my hotel room. Thank God for good Wi-Fi, bro. I was up in the mountains in St. Lucia, listening to you and Jeff. I was
in the mountains. He says
in the middle of the mountains. Wifey climbing
down
all the way
on all
up.
the little people, looking down on us.
Oh,
We're
man.
just like, hey, can we please join this guy?
Yeah.
Huh? Can we please get a little bit of paradise?
Thankful for technology, man. I didn't really miss a beat, man. So vacation was great, man.
Well, can I ask you this? Did you take Burks on vacation too? Because he's been playing like he's been on vacation.
I'm not talking about Burks right now. We're still on the post game. So back to the super chats.
I see.
Back to
you would be
chats.
so quick to talk about this guy if he had a great game tonight. I know that. 1,000%.
He played 14 minutes, 3 of 9 from the field, 7 points. Grimes ate him up in the end, and Tibbs did the right thing and took him out. It wasn't his night.
And so did Malachi Flynn. Don't forget Flynn. It was back-to-back positions. Grimes picks his pocket, and then Flynn goes downhill and gets an easy scoop layup.
Malachi Flynn. A broken clock is right twice a day, man. Listen, we will be fine. The key stories here, they won the game. Nova Trio. Focus on the Nova Trio and Grimes. That is the story of tonight. It ain't Burks, man.
Uh-huh. I'll still be waiting. You wake me up when Burks wakes up, okay? When he comes back drinking that same coconut that you had out there on vacation, that's probably what he's doing right now. That's how he's playing, all right? That's how he's playing right now.
I'm not talking about Burks. Anyway, NYK fan 25 on the Discord. Set us off tonight. Kick us off tonight. NYK 25. NYK fan 25. I'll mute your mic.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Loud and clear, man. Where you calling in from?
Hi, man. Bronx, New York. What's up? It's Michael, man. How you doing? How you
BX.
doing, Alex? How you doing, CT?
Good, man. What's good, bro?
Hey, man. Glad to see you back, man. Glad to see you
Appreciate
back.
it.
You know, I'm on Alex's list right now. I got 2 strikes at Alex, so I'm gonna keep it nice and quick, rapid fire. I just want to say, man, if we would have lost that game, man, because of Grimes. And even Fournier hit a couple threes in the 4th quarter, I would have been sick, man. Not them. Anybody but them.
You know what? Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was a little disappointed that neither one of them really popped off early in the game. I like to be entertained. I wanted to see something. I wanted to see them, make this a cardiac affair, and they ended up doing it in the 4th, no less. So yeah, they did. They did.
I'm getting too old for these cardiac heart attacks. All right.
Yeah.
I can't handle these no more. We getting pretty good. We lost 5 out of the last 6. Thank God we won tonight. You know, we get to stay in 4th place for a little while longer. Hopefully we get to move up later in the week. We needed this win, and we made it as hard as we could, boys.
Peace.
Freaking lose this game. I wasn't really feeling this game. This should have been an easy win for us. We should have just beat them down, man. So Grimes, man, you should have, played better. He came out here. He was shooting threes like where was this?
Yeah.
Where was this? I'm with y'all. Like, he had opportunities. He wasn't doing none of that when he was playing.
Yeah.
Like, he come out here and shoot a couple of threes up in here, getting 20 points, got the 4-point play almost. Like, come on.
Well, that for one, that was a stupid foul by Bogdanovich, and he did it twice in that game. He fouled Kate Cunningham on a 3 and fouled Grimes on a 3. His defense is woeful, and he's definitely a sore spot. But offensively, he ends up giving it back. So you can sort of tolerate it, but it was kind of a stupid foul anyway. I mean, look, the thing with Grimes is this. He was struggling when he was here. He was in his 3rd year. They didn't trade him because he was struggling, and they didn't necessarily trade him because they needed bench help. They traded him because, yes, they did need some bench help, but also he's not in the future plans. That was the clear signal with Quentin Grimes. And so, I know a lot of people are going to be looking like, man, they made a mistake that should have never traded Grimes. Look, they made that play because he wasn't going to be in the future plans, man. And so they had to make a move for now and then and tomorrow. For now and tomorrow. Unfortunately, that's my guy. I'm Grimes Hive through and through. I want to see him succeed. I wanted to see him succeed here. But clearly, it wasn't going to be here. Still there? Al, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I dropped him off a long time ago.
I didn't know if the Paul was going to add on to anything.
No.
After that.
No. Go ahead.
But look, I don't know if it necessarily Grimes wasn't in the plans because he was a Thibodeau favorite last year. I mean, you heard the whole rave about how he much plays defense, 3-and-D guy, everything that he added to this team. It's more so of him falling out of favor with Tom Thibodeau. I mean, even Stephen Bonnie, had that article saying that, since the injury during the playoffs last year and all these other factors, maybe him calling out saying he wanted more touches and not feeling comfortable in the offense. It seemed like all of that started to add on to why Grimes was starting to fall out of the rotation. And at the end of the day, what the Knicks are looking for is a win now mode, right? You get 2 guys in return and Bojan Bogdanovic and Alec Burks, who are supposed to be able to score in isolation and give you some good 3-point shooting. And they wanted somebody who was capable of doing that, and you didn't have to guess whether or not they understood their offensive role and their defensive role. Yep. And while those guys are defensive liabilities to a certain degree, you still there's more reassurance that if you're asking these guys to give offense from the bench, right, in the postseason, you could say, hey, you see what Bogdanovich did against Philadelphia, and you're like, hey, we can rely on that. Still waiting for Burks to show up, but hey, you remember what he did a few years ago, especially in that playoffs against the Hawks, and you're like, we remember what that guy did as well. Mm-hmm. So Grimes, while he had a solid defensive performance, especially, we'll always remember the stop against Jimmy Butler in Game 5 against the Miami Heat in the second round of the playoffs. you need a little bit more than that than just defense. You need some offense because that's what the Knicks lacked last year. So
Yeah.
the move the front office looked at is that we're trying to win now. We have a guy like Brunson on a really good contract. We have Julius Randle when he comes back also on a solid contract. Let's get guys to add around those two who can help space the floor and allow those guys to shine. And that's the way the Knicks are looking at it right now. Although I would have liked to see Grimes still in a Knicks uniform. That's the way this front office think about this deal.
Simple. Simple and plain. You just got to understand it, man. So I think you're going to get a lot of recency bias. Man, why we trade him and Burks or this, that, and the third. It's about the future, man. It's about the future. And that's just that.
Is it about the future or is it about the now? Because
it's both.
Brunson is the now.
It's both. It's both.
You can even say even Julius is now. You have two guys who are all-stars who are playing at all NBA levels. It's not saying, you have this window with these two guys and you're like, we have to do something now while these guys are in good contracts because with the way the CBA has changed, you're going to have to pay both of them, right?
You're going to have to pay.
And this is the opportunity to strike.
They're going to have to pay, man. Okay, so to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for your boys, CP and Alex, on the ones and twos. Knicks ESCAPE narrowly 113 to 111 over the Detroit Pistons. Harrison Dolan on the Discord. Harrison, let's go.
Gentlemen, how are we?
Good, man. I'm doing good, man.
Nice. Good to hear from you. Everyone get those likes up.
Let's go.
Definitely hit the like button. Use the like button as an I'm frustrated button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you
real
frustrated
talk.
with, man?
We probably shouldn't have won this one, but you take it, you move on. About a month ago, someone called in saying, "Is Cardiac Knicks over?"
Yeah. No. It's
no.
A part
it will
of
never
ours.
die.
It will never die. Cardiac Knicks will never die. No.
Yeah. It'll live forever. But a lot to like from the game tonight. How about Hartenstein's block on that dunk?
Yeah,
that kind of saved the game
Precious
too.
met Duren at the rim. That was big because Duren had a big rebound. I believe it was either a rebound and putback or just a slam in the paint like late in this game that got made things kind of interesting here.
Yeah, definitely. Just a couple takes real quick. Monty screwed me out of $80 because he played Evan Fournier instead of Jaden Ivey the entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, that was he said, "Screw our record. I want to see you guys get revenge against these guys." Monty was playing storylines and not to win.
Oh man, the Pistons fans are sick of him.
Yeah,
he looks older now than he did on the Suns, man.
Yeah,
I'll tell
you. He never wanted the job, took the money, and that's what they get.
Yeah, but a lot to like. Especially going into, Pelicans are going to be fired up tomorrow. You got Screaming A antagonizing them back and forth right before we play them. So we got to go in there, got to get a win tomorrow.
Yeah, it won't be easy, man. They're going to bring a lot of size and obviously Ingram, Zion. Who's going to be missing? Who's going to be suspended? Is anybody else going to – did they play tonight, Pelicans? Or did they play since those suspensions were issued?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll check that out, man. But appreciate the call, man.
Yeah, have a good night, guys.
All right, Harrison Dolan on the check-in. Yeah, because they have a couple of guys that got suspended as a result. And I hate that they called this thing a brawl. I mean, that was the softest thing I ever seen. You had Alvarado trying to jump, punching at air, hiding behind a coach. Jimmy Butler stalking one guy down. I mean, please, give me a break about brawl. Can we stop? You got players in the 90s rolling in their graves. We were talking about brawl. That was love taps. These guys are blowing kisses at each other in New Orleans. Please don't tell me about brawl. I looked at that thing twice on the highlight reel and went back to sleep. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, they did play. The Pelicans did play after the suspension. They played the Chicago Bulls on Sunday.
Okay.
So, they did play without Alvarado and I forget who else in that matchup. So they'll be ready. They'll be ready to play.
Yeah, that was such a
and they lost to the Bulls, by the way.
Fight.
So
they lost to the Bulls today. Yesterday.
They lost to the Bulls yesterday, 114 to 106. So that we're going to bounce back.
Yeah. Malice at the Palace. That was a brawl. Okay, that was a brawl. I mean, this whatever that wasn't anything close. So there that is. All right, we'll load up OS Jedi in the Discord.
Shout out to Gamba. He said, not the 90s players rolling in their graves. We not that old.
All of
bruh.
them. Oak. All of them. Yeah.
These guys are, come on, man. These guys.
Bro, it's a completely different game. Come on, man. To say we're not that old, it's a completely different game.
I'm not saying that we're not. That's these guys are still alive in the 90s.
It's a different game, man. Peter K, $10 super chat. Salute to you, man. Fanchise channel member. He's just showing love. Shout out to Peter. He threw some sort of emoji in there. I'm not sure what that is. Some like animated icon in a super chat, but salute to him. Definitely, man. If you guys are new in the chat, leave us a hashtag new. We'll shout you guys out. This is, once again, Knicks Postgame Live presented by Underdog Fantasy. Let's go to the phones here with the people got to say, man. Area code 682. What's the name? Where you calling in from?
Yo, CP, this Lord Scientist. Can you hear me?
Lord Scientist, what's good, man? How come you're not using the Discord tonight, man? What happened, man? Use the Discord.
Take it off speaker. Hello?
Yeah, definitely take it off speaker. How come you're not using the Discord tonight, man?
Because when I got a new phone, and even though I kept the same number, I had Discord downloaded on the other phone.
Okay.
And when I downloaded on this phone, yeah, it was a headache. So.
All right, no problem.
The box was kicking me out too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So real quick, rapid fire. Let's get them thumbs up. Like get them thumbs up. Y'all know what it is. It's KnicksFanTV, #1 show for the fans, by the fans. So let's get that situated. Get them thumbs up. Show your appreciation. Real quick, shout out to the chat. Shout out to Alex, and the whole Knicks fan crew. Hey, yo, listen, we're gonna be fine, man. All we gotta do is just grind out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? All Tibbs gotta do is make some certain things, and all we gotta do is basically grind out. Take me off of speaker.
Okay.
I'm trying to talk to you while my daughter is helping me because y'all know I'm legally blind. So
no problem. But yeah, so, just gotta come off the speaker as soon as you can.
What I'm saying to you is basically, we got the necessary pieces that can balance things out until, OG get back and Julius get back. We don't need to be in panic mode and all of that. The same way, we could have won this game a lot stronger. Yeah, of course, it's the Pistons, but at the same time, we handled our business. Stop worrying about how the win comes. Just let's get the win. You know what I mean? And then we can go full strength on by, April, late March and early April, we be full strength. All we got to do is get over a couple of simple hurdles to get ourselves in the position to finish off the season. Stop panicking. We doing good. Salute to Tibbs, because ain't nobody giving Tibbs his props on how he's making in-game adjustments. And on that note, Lord Scientist, and I'm out. Salute.
Lord Scientist, salute, man. Only thing I would say about that, Al, is that only thing I would say about that is what I was saying on Knicks Weekly was that you can't overlook all these other teams that are fighting for the same position. You can't overlook Cleveland. Indiana's on a 3-game winning streak. You got the Pacers, who you lost the season series to. You got the Magic, who you lost the season series to. You got one more against them. You have two more against Philly. They're gonna want to get revenge. You are up 2-0 on them. Yeah, you play them March 10th and 12th at the Garden. So they still have important games that they need to win. You still got to win these games, bro.
I was talking about this on the last post game when we lost to the Celtics, and shout out to our guy Jake Asman. This guy was telling me that I was a Debbie Downer afterwards, saying that I was bringing this up, and be like, it's a tight Eastern Conference. We don't want to fall back into playing category because we're not fully healthy. But I agree, man. The thing is that this is a tough Eastern Conference. All those teams that you mentioned, man, everyone's jockeying right now between 2 to 8 and trying to keep pace and get out of that playing category. So it's tough, man. You take this win tonight because you create some separation against Philly. You're the game and a half above them, but it's still a long way, man. Still waiting for guys to return. How about Mitchell Robinson back on the bench?
Mitch, you got Monster Mitch back on the bench. That's a great sign. So love to see that. Hopefully he's on the way back soon. Speedy recovery to Monster Mitch, man. We definitely need him back.
How about Julius, man? Putting up some shots. Seeing him at the NBPA court or today with Johnny Bryan, just getting that work in.
Yeah.
How about that?
Jules is here. Jules is trying to work his way back. So we'll see if they get good news on Julius. You got Mitch on his way back, hopefully. You got OG hopefully on the way back.
You have Woj saying that OG is right on schedule. No setbacks as of right now.
Yeah.
Should be, he's scheduled at the end of this week to be reevaluated and should start practicing next week.
Okay. There you go, man. So a bit of encouragement here for these Knickerbockers because they're going to need it. They need help as soon as possible. OS Jedi on the Discord. Go ahead and unmute your mic. OS Jedi, let's go.
Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Eric from Brooklyn.
Salute.
So a couple things.
Yep.
I think seeing Mitch back on the bench is really promising, but as you mentioned before, our schedule is a mess going forward. We're facing some really tough teams, and I'm not sure how we're going to get out of this. Even with Brunson putting up 35 points today, we still had trouble putting away Detroit.
Yeah.
You know, we can't really be playing like this when we're playing elite teams, and that's what most of our schedule is looking forward. As far as seeding goes, I'm not really that worried about our seeding if we're fully healthy towards the end of the season.
Okay.
We won't have home court advantage, but if we have a healthy team, we can go on the road and win some games. I have no worries about that. I think the problem is, can we carry like some momentum towards the end of the season before they come back? And as far as Julius Randle, I'm having surgery for a dislocated shoulder, the same situation that Randle has. Do we know if this is first dislocation on that shoulder?
If it's his first dislocation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. I think in his history of being injured, I don't believe he's had an injury like this. No, I don't.
So that's really good because I was talking to my physical therapist.
Okay.
And he was saying that after your first dislocation, if you go through physical therapy, you will be fine.
Okay.
The problem is if you dislocate it again, you're gonna need surgery.
Right. And appreciate the call. And you almost sounded like a robocall. Yeah, it's a possibility that he could re-injure himself. That is the concern here. That's the concern with Julius is the possibility that he could re-injure himself and dislocate the shoulder again. Just
So you're worried that his game will change once he
Am I worried?
Yeah.
1,000,000,000%. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1,000,000,000,000.
A trillion, he says.
I am extremely worried about him coming back because I don't believe that he will be at 100%, and I think it's going to change his game.
No, he won't be at 100%. I mean, he still hasn't ruled out surgery. I mean, that's constantly what we hear through the media, the airwaves, right? Even Woj mentioned that too, that, the hope is that he's just back and capable of just being a productive player in the postseason. So do you think he will change his game to be more like last season, or do you think he'll still try to play that bully ball style that we saw this year?
I can't see him trying to do bully ball, go bully ball. I think they're going to test
the jump shooting.
That's what I think. Now we'll see. We'll see what happens. But just like in the Cavs and the Heat series where his explosiveness was taken away with the ankle, I just have to think that just human nature, that's going to be taken away because of the mental aspect of if I go this way, if I try to battering ram into these two defenders, is my thing going to slip out again? Pause. Is my shoulder going to slip out again?
Hey, yo.
Yeah. I'm back from vacation, baby. I'm sharp as attacked.
Sharp, as he says. Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if he gets like one of those. You ever see like those athletic shoulder slings that you could play with?
He's definitely going to have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to have him in some sort of sling for sure. You know that.
Yeah, I could see him going back to the jump shooting. We'll see, man. I mean, I'm very curious to see what he looks like coming back from injury, but he will not be 100%.
Yeah,
I don't know what percentage he will be, but the one thing is that you got to give him credit for is that he wants to come back and play and know that he will not be fully healthy yet again. Hopefully, with the new additions of Bogdanovich and hopefully Alec Burks, he starts waking up and contributing. That it helps him open up the lanes even further, so that way there's not much contact. All right, and maybe we won't get the nasty play of the Miami Heat. I mean, look, man, they're playing the Pelicans. You have Duncan Robinson grabbing legs out there, okay? Just like trying to trip everybody up.
Yeah.
Can we please stop this? Can we please stop what is defined as Heat culture? If that's Heat culture, it's nasty work.
You know what? You hit the nail on the head here, man. And once again, pause. But speaking of trip, one Monty Williams was not too happy about this last call here, which saw Josh Hart get the game-winning, game-sealing layup, because he's complaining that the big Ragu took Ausar Thompson out by the legs, which ended up getting Brunson the ball to get to Hart. I'm pausing it here. This was at the 8-second mark where Ragu kind of dives into the legs here, diving for the loose ball. Do you say, is it a bang-bang play? Was it dirty? Should a foul have been called here? I don't think in the midst of a scrum, does he have full possession here? Is this a loose ball? It's one of those crunch time bang bang plays, man. What do you think? What do you guys think in the chat?
This is more of a basketball attempt, at least, because he has the ball, right?
Yeah.
This isn't Duncan Robinson on his back just trying to grab somebody that's passing by. That's not, this is, to me at least, he's trying to make a basketball play. It's not clean. You could argue that it was a foul, but
yeah,
I don't know, man. This is more of that gray area than some other calls that we've seen, especially how about the Houston? Look, man, give us a call back. I mean, you took us, you owe us the game away for the Houston Rockets. So give us something in return.
All right, so speaking of which, let's hear from the crybaby coach of the Detroit Pistons.
It's the Detroit Pistons, man. What are you guys playing for? Come on now.
Let's hear from this guy.
They're playing for development.
Let's hear from this guy. Oh, he was tight tonight. Let's hear from him, man. See what he had to say. This is courtesy of Bally Sports. Here is Monty, the crybaby. Here we go.
Where's the New York media now? The absolute worst call of the season. No call. And enough's enough. We've done it the right way. We've called the league. We've sent in clips. We're sick of hearing the same stuff over and over again. We had a chance to win the game, and the guy dove into Ausar's legs, and there was a no call. That's an abomination. You cannot miss that in an NBA game, period. And I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of our guys asking me, what more can we do, coach? That situation is exhibit A to what we've been dealing with all season long, and enough's enough. You cannot dive into a guy's legs in a big-time game like that and there be a no call. It's ridiculous, and we're tired of it. We just want a fair game called, period. And I got nothing else to say. We want a fair game, and that was not fair. I'm done.
All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Even we called it straight. We said, where's the New York media at? Man, we're doing postgame, man. We're trying to get ready for postgame, bro.
Okay, here's the New York media. That was not the worst call of the season.
Yeah.
Stop it.
That was not the worst call of the season, buddy.
Monty. What are you guys playing for? The ninth win? You guys are playing for the ninth win, so that way you're not the worst team in the NBA that we've seen in God knows league history? Please, relax over there.
Get this guy out of here, man. The richest coach in the NBA. It's a bang-bang play, man.
Honestly, I'll say this. Out of all of that from Monty, I don't know if he's actually being serious. I hope he's not being serious. I hope this is more of him trying to, earn the trust of his team and say, look, I'm going to go out here and bat for you because we had a good close game, and I see that you guys are working hard to being a better team than we were at the beginning of the season, and that's why he's doing it. Other than that, if you actually believe this is the worst call of the season, please go back, watch the ending. Please go back and watch the ending of the Knicks and Rockets game, and then go tell me that it is the worst call of this regular NBA season. For the love of God,
somebody show him the tape from the Houston game. Somebody show him the tape from the Houston game, please. But yeah, that was look, it was one of those things, man. You know, Knicks went through it. You got to go through it, buddy. I mean, what more can you say? Knicks had to take their lumps on it. So do you.
Like, come on, man. Like, what do we really care about? The Detroit Pistons? Well, kudos to them. They came out and they competed, man. I mean, that Detroit Pistons team has really improved since the start of the season. But to say that's the worst call and that, the game should have been that way, please.
Yeah.
Please. I'll show you a game that should. You go tell me Brunson's foul on Holiday should stand ground. You go tell me that's not the worst call, and then come back and tell me that this call on Donte DiVincenzo.
Oof. Brutal. Hey, man.
Nasty.
Stressful job, man. You'll be all right, Monty, man. You'll be all right.
Hey, he got that paycheck, so he's good, man. Look, if he got fired today, he doesn't have to be in Detroit anymore. He can go live wherever he wants and get the contract. He gets that money. He's okay, man. I don't feel bad for Monty.
Don't feel bad at all, man. So to everybody in the chat, once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. CP and Alex on the ones and twos, 113 and 111. The Knicks get by the Pistons. Once again, support our sponsors at Underdog Fantasy. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com. Use our code KFTV for an instant deposit match of up to $100. And for you guys out there, you guys know that we used to play Prize Picks. Some of you that saw the news, Prize Picks is no longer in New York, operating in New York in terms of the pick'em games, but Underdog is still cooking. So if you guys like those pick'em games, the higher, lower, the over-unders, you can still play via Underdog. But the benefit of Underdog is that they also have the daily fantasy drafts as well that you can participate in if you want to win some money that way. So you have two cool games from Underdog Fantasy that you can play. And later on, we will reveal our fantasy draft results as well as our pick'ems, man. So use our code KFTV, instant deposit match up to $100. Triple M in the Discord, our guy Triple M. How you feeling, man?
Yo, CP Alex, you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear on the Discord, sir. How you feeling, man? Been a while.
Yeah, man. Feeling good looking at you, man, with the A-Rod tan. I see what you're doing, CP. You was chilling with A-Rod on the island, man.
Oh, man. They gave A-Rod that work, man. Yeah, man. Me and A-Rod were just out there, playing cricket and whatnot, whatever, on the beach, man.
Cricket,
just chilling out, man. Chilling on the yacht with the wifeys, man. Just yachting and chilling, man.
Wow, I love it. I love it for you, man. You deserve it. All this work you putting in, and it's time to gear up for the playoffs.
It's time,
you know what
man.
I mean? But let me give my Knicks take here. Look, I always tell the story. I discovered KnicksFanTV in the midst of a 17-game losing streak. You feel me? So I got to take this. I got to take these wins. Like, I'm not even complaining about these wins. But here's my Knicks take about Alec Burks and Bogdanovich. CP, I don't know if you saw, but I was discovered by Heat Twitter. They said I look like Caleb Martin. So I'm part of the triplets.
Yes, I saw that.
You got to check out the video. But my take is the same with Caleb Martin. You know how we do here on Knicks Fan TV. We give out facts, only facts. Yeah. His last games of the regular season last year, he had 6 points, 13 points, 4 points, and 2 points. Man turned into the Cinderella story. So my take there is these guys, Alec Burks and Bogdanovich, they are the type of guys that they could get hot in the playoff series. We literally saw it with Alec Burks. Yeah. Almost won us game one against the Hawks that time. So I think Knicks fans need to chill out, give my guys some time to cook up, because these are the guys, I don't want to get into it too much, because I signed the NDA, but me and Julius Randle, we share the same gym. So last year, in that Heat series, I remember I was in the sauna and he came in. I text my shorty like, yo, I'm about to die in this sauna because I'm chilling here with Julius Randle. Okay. And he just kept saying like, yo, the Heat are just hitting shots. So I think like that's what the Knicks might have. They might have a chance to get hot. Yeah. And win a series. You already know the vibes, man. Triple M signing out, man. Shout out to Knicks Fan TV.
Triple M in the building. Rate that call in the chat. I thought that was a 5-star call. That's all I got, man. No bias.
That was coming through. I know why.
No bias.
Yeah, okay.
But I rate that call in the chat a 5. I rate it a 5, man. That was a good call. Good call by Triple M, man.
I wonder why.
Salute to him, man.
It looks like Burks is playing cricket out there right now with you, okay?
Listen, man, you guys are worried about the wrong thing, man. I don't know how in a game like this Alec Burks becomes a concern in a game like this.
Yeah, I'm not saying in a game like this, man.
It wasn't even noticeable
right now, and he's just not playing well. I just hope I hope you recognize that, because I know the day that he does play well, you're gonna be coming through like Birdman, rubbing your hands, like, here's the revenge tour. Here's the revenge tour.
Listen, man, it's about the future. It's about the future, man. I'm not worried about it right now. After this, he's going to do his second tour, wrap up, and he's going to be gone at the summer. Bogdanovich, he's going to be gone in the summer. And then we get to talk real basketball right now. This is just a holdover, man. This is just patchwork holdover. They're going to be fine. They will be just fine. You need Julius back. This is what Triple M just touched on. You need Julius back and his shoulder at least like 85, 90%. And I'm not talking about a decoy. Omen in the chat, Julius is going to be a decoy. No, you need him to be out there to be able to play ball. And then we'll see when he's outletting, when he's kicking it out to my guy Burks in the corner, and he's kicking it out to Bogdanovich in the corner, and they're splashing threes. Then you guys are going to be calling up, yo, man, we're going to get to the Eastern Conference Finals against Boston and yada, yada. Just wait on it, man. I'm not worried about it right now. See, right now, you guys are looking for these guys to be the saviors. You guys are looking for them to replace Julius and OG. They can't do that.
Not at all.
Absolutely.
Not at all.
Absolutely.
No, false.
Absolutely.
I'm looking for competent basketball. Getting cooked by Malachi Flynn is not competent basketball to me.
You want these guys running the offense for the second unit. They're supporting cast. Supporting cast. Role players. They're supporting cast role players.
No, that is correct. They are supporting cast role players.
Role players, man.
Well, CP, you give up the hype for Alec Burks, like, this is the answer. This guy
they're not starters.
You and Ron from Baltimore talk about this man like he's Michael Jordan in his prime over here, the way he's able to score in isolation. So we're waiting for that guy to show up. And all we see is this guy bricking shots left and right.
Yeah, he's been sticking up to Jordan.
Okay, cool.
But they won the game tonight. They got the win, and the Nova boys cooked 20 points each. That's the story tonight. You guys are talking about a guy that played 14 minutes tonight. Didn't even play in the fourth quarter. He wasn't even around.
I mean, we played a poor team, and he can't even show up?
A poor team? They had the Knicks they had the Knicks sweating it out.
They have one of the worst records.
Then who's the poor team?
We're injured.
Okay, then. Back to my point.
Oh, my God.
Get the injured guys back.
For Burks to say,
get the injured guys back, and then let's talk.
The story was about to be Evan Fournier puts the grinds to have the revenge game. Where's the revenge game for Alec Burks?
Yeah. And you know what's so funny? Here's the thing. Here's the funny thing about – here's the funny – and I meant wrong screen. Here's the thing about oh, my God, the Burks thing, Go look at the box score tonight. Take a look at the box score.
Mm-hmm.
Take a look at the name that is above Alec Burks. Take a look at the name that is above Alec Burks, because you guys swear that this guy's going to be out of the rotation for this guy, whose name is Miles McBride, who put up 2 points tonight. 2 measly points.
You know what? He was still more efficient than 7 points.
Give me a break. Give me a break. And the same guy, JD calls me out. He's doing a play-by-play on the Celtics game on Saturday. He calls me out. You should be ashamed of Burks. I guarantee that he was on play-by-play on Saturday night, waxing poetic about how Deuce McBride is going to be the next Joe Dumars. And he comes out here and he drops 2 points, and nobody's talking about it. I'm just a conductor here, man. I just notice things.
I just noticed McBride. Things. At least you could say, "Oh, look at this. McBride has at least shown some development."
No, well, what I will say about McBride, and that is important, is that they're going to need his defense, and so that's
something that he does way better than Alec Burks
and Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich's defense is terrible. I mean, Tatum saw him on Saturday night and just saw a steak dinner.
Food. Yeah, it was food.
Every single possession. After the timeout, back to the timeout, back to play, I'm going right at Bogdanovich. Like, Bogdanovich was just getting shredded. I'm not so sure that Deuce is just going to be written off here, because you're going to need his defense. No. You're going to need his defense. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what transpires here over the next 24 games.
Let me ask you this question. It seems like you got all the answers for us. All right. Yeah. How deep is this rotation going into the playoffs? Everyone's fully healthy.
9. At most. At most 9. Most likely 8. It'll be Hart. It'll be Mitch. And it's going to be, Bogdanovich, Burks, Deuce. They got to fight it out, and depends on what they need. You're going to. Yeah.
If you were to put the 8 right now, is it Bojan over Burks or Burks over Bojan?
It's Bojan over Burks. It's easy. That's easy.
Okay.
That's easy to see. He's been a better player than Burks.
I'm glad that we have this on the record. TM, please cut this up.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not an irrational Burks Hive member here. Like, let's not jump out the window here. Bogdanovich gives you size, more consistent three-point shooting, more efficiency. Of course, you're going to get him than a high-volume scorer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. We got him. We finally got him to admit it. Thank you. Thank you.
Got absolutely nothing, man. Guys are loading up pea shooters as usual. Come on, man. Come on.
Oh,
come on, man. We got to do better.
The deflecting king over here. Let's go.
We just got to do better than this, man. You guys have not learned yet. Man. But we'll see, man. We'll see. 347-798. What's your name? Where you calling in from?
Yo, Alex. A-Rod, the Fanchise. I see you, my boy. You
Yeah.
got that summer glow. I see you. You got that vacation glow on you, my boy. I see you.
What's good,
Yo,
man?
It's Nick from Flatbush, though. It's been a minute, man.
Yeah, how you feeling, bro? How you feeling?
Man, I'm good. I was at the Garden tonight. The place was rocking.
How was it, man? Were they sweating it out when Grimes was 14 points in the fourth quarter, man?
14. I ain't gonna lie. He saw red. He checked in that fourth quarter. He saw red. He saw whatever was in front of him.
Yeah.
Barbecue chicken, chopped liver, whatever you want to call it. He was going at everybody. Everybody there tonight was just, it was just crazy. They threw Evan Fournier's mug up on the billboard. They started booing him.
I heard
crazy,
they booed.
They
booed Fournier. What my man do? He didn't do anything.
Yeah,
man.
he got that technical. They threw his face on the billboard and they started booing. It was crazy. You had the F Fournier chants going. It was It was a vibe.
Benji was probably in there weeping.
They wasn't holding back.
Yeah.
Hey man, listen, you turn your back on the city. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Knicks
we gonna
fans,
show
don't
you
forget.
love. As soon as you you don't reciprocate that love, it's over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the vibes was immaculate. We was sweating it out. I had my pacemaker going. I almost dropped dead.
There you go. There you go.
Well,
gladly you didn't, man. We don't want you to do that, man. We got to come back to the postgame, man. We need you.
Nah, man, for sure, most definitely. Quick thing though, Bogey, I ain't gonna lie, I can't see heavy minutes in the playoffs. Like he provides the shooting.
Yeah.
But he's a turnstile, man. It looked like the
He's terrible.
NCAA down there. People just swiping they MetroCard and just going right by him. It's crazy, man. So we gotta tighten that up. We gotta get the soldiers back. Rapid fire, Manscaped, shout out to Manscaped. Hit the likes. We got like 2K watching. Only got like 400 or 500 likes. Get the likes up, man. Y'all tripping.
Appreciate it, man.
Best show for the fans, by the fans.
For the fans, by the fans. Number one show for the fans, by the fans, man. Nick from Flatbush in the building. Salute to Nick. Yeah, man. We got 2,000 people on the check-in, man. Hit that like button. Everybody hit the like button. Share this right now, whether you're a Facebook user, a Twitter user, a Reddit user, a Instagram. Share it wherever a WhatsApp. Share it in your group chat. Share it in your group chat right now. And let them know number one show for the fans by the fans is rocking. I mean, as far as playoff rotation, right? I mean, look, pencil in Hart and put about 10 stars next to his name and in bold, right? That's lock. Bench, probably closer, all of that. He's a six man, period.
Yep.
If Mitch is healthy, how are you playing three centers and Julius is healthy? Because everybody's saying, don't forget Precious. If you have Mitch and Hart healthy, you're going to go with them. I don't see how you're going to have an 8-man rotation with just front court. You need shooting. That's why I say Bogdanovich is going to find his minutes. You're going to need that shooting off the bench. You need that.
Yeah, the Precious has been playing really well. This is no shade to Precious either, man. I just don't see where the minutes are coming from, especially when Julius is going to be playing 36 plus minutes. Maybe you give him a spell. You could say maybe Precious gets there somehow because he's playing power forward right now, which seems to be more of his natural position. He is that backup four we were asking for, but I just don't see. I mean, if we have Mitch, that's 7 right there, right? 8, Bogdanovich. I mean, you could argue maybe 9. You could say Precious, maybe you throw that out there saying, hey, because of the injury, we're going to go with Precious just to give Randle a little bit more rest in the playoffs. And Burks goes to being a TBD because he hasn't really shown much. And Bogdanovich, you could say, hey, he has the wingspan. He has the height. He can shoot over defenders. We can go in that direction. Maybe that's the way they can look at it. But it's just this is just the murky part, man, of just having so many talented players on a roster and being a deep team is that there are guys who are worthy of getting playing time. However, when it gets to the playoffs, it's really 5, 6 guys that are playing majority of the minutes. And there's just not going to be enough there's not enough wiggle room there because those guys that you trust, those first 6 are the guys you're going to battle with on a night-to-night basis because you believe those are the guys that will help you win no matter what. And unless you believe Precious can be included in that list, and not saying that he can't be, but I don't know, man. It's just really tough, especially at the front court where you need, as you said, shooting. You need somebody who can. They traded for Bogey and Burks because they needed more shooting and guys who are reliable in isolation.
You don't need Precious shooting threes right out there. Like my man G5 Weez in the chat, Precious is a stretch 4 or 5. No, he's playing that right now. We don't need that in the playoffs. You don't need that. You need real shooting in the playoffs. If Mitch, it depends on Mitch.
I mean, if Mitch is not back, then Precious is playing.
Right. But if Mitch is back, and hopefully he's back in shape and all of that, that's the biggest thing. You want to see that. You gotta get you need some more shooting out there because you have Hart, you have Bogdanovich, and I think it's Mitch if he's healthy in the playoffs. I think it's Mitch if he's healthy.
If all these guys are healthy, Precious is probably getting the OB treatment with like 9-10 minutes because Julius is going to be playing most of that. He's your second best player on this team, man. He's not going to be sitting for much. He's going to be out there because he's needed for his offense. We see it right now. We need guys who can generate offense. And Julius is the second best guy on this team who can generate offense.
Yeah. True indeed, man. What do you guys think in the chat? Leave us some comments and let us know. Oh, wait a minute, Al. I made a little bit of a mistake here, man.
What's the mistake, CP?
I made a bit of a mistake here, man. Hang on. Okay, here we go. Let me just get this up here and hit the music. It's only Monday, but it's Friday.
Oh.
It's Friday somewhere because we got a super chat here from the leader of the Randle Hive. Let's see if we got some news. Here. Here he is. Robert Randolph, ladies and gentlemen. And his super chat says, here it is. Knicks are going to miss Grimes' defense come playoffs. Burks should not be playing point guard. Tibbs needs to learn how to play the offensive lineup. Bogey, Burks, Donte, Brunson, Hart in the last possession. Okay, hang on. Let's run this.
Say that last line again?
He says Burks should not be playing point guard.
Right.
Tibbs needs to learn how to play the offensive lineup. Bogey, Burks, Donte, Brunson, Hart in the last possession. Okay. That's your thoughts, and that's mine as well. Well, we appreciate Robert for his contribution to the show. Sergeant Sources, appreciate you. Call back anytime.
I won't even state what is wrong with that lineup, but
call back anytime, man. Call back.
Yeah,
anytime.
sure.
Oh, my God. Shout out. Oh, Cynthia's in here. Shout out to Cynthia. Cynthia's in the chat. Shout out to Shravy Chav in here. Sergeant Sources. Call back anytime, man. No doubt. All right, man. Let's get Cody Glock on the chat. Cody, how you feeling, man? Cody, going once?
Yo. You can hear me?
Live and direct. How you feeling?
Yeah, man. Cody Glock from Flatbush, Brooklyn, man. 50th time caller, man. Calling in.
Good to
man.
hear
Shout
from
out
you, man.
Manscaped, man. I had 0 turnovers because of Manscaped, man. Take care of the ball profusely with the utmost friction in my mixing. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Just like CP on vacation. Yeah. I know you was wearing no socks at one point. Yo, man. This is how we gonna get him. Like, yo, look, bust it, right? Yo, Alec Burks has been playing out of his mind, bro. How about Alec Burks, CP? He's been waxing people out there on that court, huh? How about him?
He's been waxing the court, probably. Cleaning up. He's been trashed, man.
Yeah, he sucks, man. I don't know. He was a good pickup, but
yeah,
at this point, you feel me?
Maybe we should sign your guy Killian Hayes off the street, man. He's still available, right? Has he learned Chinese yet? Is he in Taiwan with the White Hound? And where's Killian Hayes at, man?
Yeah, Killian Hayes, at this point, Killian Hayes would have probably done a way better job on defense than Alec Burks at this point. Oh my goodness. Like we get somebody need to get him a manual on how he was supposed to be playing when he got here, because Bogey wasn't here. He was here. And Bodega's looking like he's really getting his reps in with the Knicks. Alec Burks looking like the new man on the team, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But that's either here nor there, man. We're not gonna harbor on that. I just want to say, yo, when everybody comes back healthy, what do you think is the death lineup?
The death lineup.
That's been like tricking my brain, because I know if everybody's healthy, I want to see OG and Mitch out there. But Mitch can't shoot and stuff like that. And Hart and OG, they had that nice run and stuff like that. I don't know. I just want to know the depth like that. Shout out Nikki Pipes, man. Shout out CP Free Throws, man. Shout out Alex, man. Shout out Discord Jesus. P in the chat, man. I'm out, man. Thanks, man.
I mean, the death lineup for me doesn't change that much, Al.
It's a starting rotation in my eyes.
It's a starting rotation for me, and if it's a healthy Mitch, I got to see him and OG out there. I have to see how that looks defensively.
Oh, my God.
I have to see how that looks defensively, man. As a deterrent.
I need to see that.
As a perimeter and rim deterrent, I have to see the two of those guys in action. I just have to see it. And to me, if they can live up to their potential, that could be it.
Tibbs is excited to see that lineup. Mitchell Robinson, OG out on the floor.
Yeah.
We might be holding teams to 80 points.
That's what we need. I got to see that, man. Really have to see that, because I think we're forgetting. You know how good of a year Mitch was having this year before he got hurt?
Yo, he was on one.
I think people are really forgetting that. Mitch was having a really good year, man.
He was on defensive team level play this season.
Yeah.
Like all defense.
I love you, Mitchie. I love you with all my heart.
Sometimes I forget to disconnect Cody on the Discord, and he sticks around. Shout out to Cody, man. Shout out to Cody Glock, man. But yeah, what do you guys think in the chat, man? What is your death lineup? Doesn't change too much for me. Could go Donte. I mean, could go Hart or Mitch, but I want to see the Mitch and OG tandem on defense.
I think it has to be Hart, right? Don't you want? I mean, the death lineup has to be very overpowering. To me, when I think about the death lineup, like when they talk about the Warriors, it's offensively overpowering. Unless you want to go the opposite way for the Knicks, if your death lineup is just being a defensive wall, then you got to put Mitchell Robinson out there. And then if you really want to go the complete opposite direction, you're probably going Brunson, OG, Josh Hart, Randle, Mitch.
Say that again. Brunson, OG, Josh Hart.
Brunson, Josh Hart, OG, Randle, Mitch. If you want to go the complete opposite direction where you put defense as a priority.
Yeah. That could Hart, can't forget about Hart. You could swap Hart for Donte. The only reason why the only reason why, you know,
you hate that line because there's lack of 3-point shooting.
that. But I think the only reason why I say you could still put Mitch in there and still have enough offense is because you're still going to number 11 in crunch time. So you have him, you have Donte, you have OG out there, you have 3-point shooting already, and you have Julius wild card. But at least defensively, I think you have a much better chance of really locking up. And if you put Hart in there, I think you have an even better chance. You put Hart in there at the 2. You have an even better chance of really tightening down defensively. You're great on the boards. And then when you come down on the other end, you have Brunson, Randle as an option. You have OG on the wing. Depending on if you go with Hart or Donte, you have one of those guys. I think they're in good shape, man. They're in great shape with the possibilities.
I think if you were to go death lineup with Mitchell Robinson, you'd choose Donte because, to me, you have 3 really good 3-point shooters. Randle's a capable 3-point shooter, depending on the game. And if you think about the spacing at that point, all 4 of those guys could be out on the perimeter, and then you really open it up for Mitch, man. You could run a pick and roll with either one of those guys, and then Mitch is just open. It's not as packed as it was prior to the trade where you have RJ, Randle, and even Grimes or Donte out there, because now with Donte, the way he's been shooting the 3, you have to respect him.
Right.
You can't just leave him open. He's automatic if he's just left wide open, no one's covering him. So I think you could argue that with Mitchell Robinson, that's still a death lineup. Defensively, it's there. Even if you think about Donte, who's not necessarily the best isolation defender, like on ball, passing lanes wise, he's going to get some steals and lead a fast break. And that's just a different element. So I don't know. There's so many options, man. If this team's fully healthy, that 5 could change and could be so dynamic.
True. Good problems to have, man. Good problems to have. Speaking of Donte, man, here's Donte's post-game comments after the Knicks 113-111 victory. This is the locker room audio, so you might get a little ambient noise there, but let's see what we got here. Here's Donte.
You come out of this you got to win, and a win is a win, or do you come out of it concerned about anything?
I think, there's always a level, I wouldn't say concern, there's a level of focus that we need to take up a notch. Communication, our defense, doesn't matter who's in and out of the lineup. I think overall we have to lock in because, we dodged a bullet tonight. But going forward, we're not going to have many more of those opportunities. I think everybody here knows that these last 20-something games are going to fly by, and we have to be playing our best basketball towards the end of the year.
All right, that was Donte, Al. Says they got to tighten up and focus. And one of the things he mentioned, communication. And that's where, for me, like when we talk about like the Mitch thing, and we talk about when Hart and Precious are they're doing things. They're rim protecting as well, and they're playing good defense. But I think the communication aspect is an underrated part of the defense, because when you have that guy, that signal caller, like what Quickly was to this team and what Mitch has become for this team, it not only makes it, you're not only seeing his defensive impact, but you're seeing his impact on the team defense in the way that he's communicating with guys, putting guys in position. And that overall lifts up the entire defense. That's why I really want to see what Mitch looks like with this 5-man unit. Yes, offensively, it's not the same. Hart gives them much more spacing offensively. You could run offense through him. He can pass. We know that. But defensively, I think Mitch can really help turn things up a notch as well, not just by his physical prowess if he's healthy and in shape, but also through the communication and being that signal caller for them.
Absolutely. I just think about when Draymond Green, after the first championship, and really when the Warriors went on that 73-9 run, and how they always highlighted Draymond's communication and directing traffic, and saying that his understanding of how to direct traffic, how to understand how to set up the defense was just savant level, right? And for Mitchell Robinson, he's taken another step in doing that, as you noted. Look, man, defense is more communication and effort. Those are the two big things. And now that you have somebody like OG out there and Mitch, that's typically what the center does, right? They're the last line. They see everything. They're quarterbacking the defense. Mitch has improved in that area. There's a reason why he's been so dominant this season. Okay. So looking forward, man, especially with him and OG. Like, I just cannot wait for that pairing.
Yeah.
Because I just don't know what you do at that point. You first got to fight through OG Anunoby, right?
Right.
And then next thing you know, you got somebody who's going to deter you from the rim.
Mitch,
So, like,
Mitch
what are you going to do with that? What option do you have?
You got Mitch right there. The referees have responded to Monty Williams's protest, and we're going to tell you that response in just a second. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. CP and Alex on the ones and twos. Another edition of Knicks Postgame Live presented by Underdog Fantasy. My guys in the chat, man, we also want to support one of our other sponsors, and that is Manscaped. 2024 is here in full swing, and that means it's time for a New Year's resolution, guys. Check in with our friends at Manscaped. Newsflash, it's never too late to level up your grooming game and keep your bush tamed. Manscaped's new Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra is every man's cheat code to look good, feel good, and turn the page on confidence this year. Whether you're going for a trim for that clean-shaven look, the Van Gundy or the Jordan, this trimmer has you covered. Trusted by over 10 million men worldwide. Now is your time to get a grip on your grooming with an exclusive offer. Go to manscaped.com. Use our code KFTV for 20% off plus free shipping. The ball has dropped, but don't drop the ball on your balls. Don't drop the ball on your balls. Manscaped.com, promo code KFTV out.
It sounds very painful.
It could be. But now with the Lawnmower 5.0, skin-safe technology, man. That's one thing. It's one thing about them, man.
Yeah, no testimonials, people.
No testimonials. That is a fact, man. But yeah, just go out there and support our guys at Manscaped. Okay, let's see what the referee response is here. Let's see what the Zebra's got to say here. It better be good. Let's see. Scroll up here. Okay. Crew Chief James Williams says, in-pool interview with AP's Brian C. Mahoney that Donte DiVincenzo should have been called for a foul on Asor Thompson's collision late in NYK's win over Detroit. He says if the ball is loose, players on both teams will have equal opportunity to get it. It becomes a matter of who gets it first. We determined that Asor Thompson gets his left hand to the ball prior to DiVincenzo's hand getting to it. So basically they're saying that that Donte should have been called for the foul. Womp, womp, womp. All right? So there that is.
And Detroit would have moved potentially from 8 to 9 wins this season.
Yeah. So we'll run the play back for the people that missed it. And here it is. Well, this is, let's see which play this is. Yep, here it is. Okay. So they say Asor Thompson had access to it first. Knicks get the loose ball, get it to Josh. And he gets the layup. And one. Monty's tight. Looking for the foul, and there it is. Did he have legit gripe? Maybe. That's how the game goes, man. It's just how the game goes.
I understand it, man.
Yeah.
I understand the frustration. But at the end of the day, the Pistons are fighting for 8 to 9 wins.
Yeah.
This isn't like Knicks Houston, but yeah, I get it. It stinks. And this is where I just go back to, what do these reports after the game do, man? Do the refs get better after saying that we made a mistake?
Right.
Like that's the statistic I need right there. How often after the refs say they made a mistake in the final few minutes of the game where they're sending out this report that they then improved in the next game? I want to know that.
It's true. What are those things do? I don't know. I don't know.
Or were the officials just trying to get back at the Knicks for saying, you know what? We got something for you.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, this is a make-up call in Houston, man. Just like Kenny Ora in the chat said, make-up call. You got to look back. Chris Torres, right. You win some, you lose some. That's how the game goes. Sometimes you get the call. Sometimes you don't. But hopefully it all balances out, whether it's in the game or after the game. Hey. Somebody get Monty our code for Manscaped, man. You know? Let's give it to him. Maybe it'll help him or something. I don't know, man. He'll be all right.
Well, at least he's got the New York media talking about it.
Yeah. Yes, we are here. Here we are, man. Real quick, tomorrow's lunchtime edition of the show, man. Monica McNutt joins us, Al, on the lunchtime edition. It will be a fan Q&A show. So for those of you at home that want to get a question in, and make it good questions. Could be Knicks, could be anything, NBA, anything. You know, Monica's well-versed in anything. Leave it in the comment section after tonight's show. Fanchise channel members will have priority, if your questions are good, to be featured on the show. You guys want to get access to Monica McNutt, or you can call in, KFTV Discord, or 657-383-1509. If you guys want to chop it up with Monica tomorrow at 12:30, is your chance. Okay, everybody sipping heavy in the chat now. All right, everybody simmer down. Okay, 347 on the chat, 347. What's your name? Where you calling in from?
Hello?
Yes, hello, sir. How are you?
Yeah, how you doing, TP? Good evening.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I wanted to speak to you about Brunson.
Yeah.
You know, I seen he looks a little bit slow, like off his step now. Don't know if maybe fatigue, maybe playing an issue on him. But in the beginning of the season, it looked a lot quicker. And now it looks to see like the fatigue is catching up to him. And I'm a little bit worried about that going into the playoffs, that he might, you know, Tiz might be wearing him down by the time we get to that point. And another thing is with Burks. I know Burks is looking to, you know, being at the fact that he's not playing as much as he used to when he was playing with Detroit. I think that his game is a little going off a little bit, and I don't know if the minutes being played right now is affecting him.
He just got here. It's only 6 games. I can't. Definitely not minutes. You know, he just got here.
Got you. I understand, CP. I understand.
Yeah.
I just, you know, shout out to KnicksFanTV. My first time calling in. I appreciate you guys, and I love everything you're doing.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man. Call back anytime, my guy. Call back anytime, man. On the Brunson front, like, you know, hard to say if is he tired, is he fatigued? I mean, it's a long season, right? I mean, they made they're 3/4 of the way through the season, practically. I didn't like his shot selection in crunch time tonight, though, Al. I'll tell you that. I thought his shot selection was pretty bad. Took a couple of bad threes, ill-advised, that we didn't really need. I mean, obviously, if you hit it, you go crazy, but we didn't really need that.
Look, man, it's a long season. Every game is not going to be perfect.
Yeah.
Brunson is essentially damn near perfect for most of the season, so
right.
Not going to be too much up in arms in some of the shot selections tonight. I hear you, though, but it's a long season. Guys are going to have, it's like any other job that you have, right? You're going to have your good days. You're going to have your bad days. Today wasn't so great.
Yeah.
I will look at the entire Knicks team as a whole and say, wasn't great. They probably could have been more aggressive, more efficient, more precise in the way that they executed tonight. They allowed the Pistons to stay in this game. I mean, before the half, Pistons tied it up with under 2 minutes to go. And I think even with all the injuries on this roster, the Knicks are capable of just taking this Pistons team, man. And sure, they did it, but it's a long season. It's a long season. Knicks are dealing with injuries. And look, they're playing another game tomorrow. Get back from the break. Still a long season, man.
Yeah.
It's a physical game.
Yeah.
Like, it's taxing on their bodies.
Right.
So
that's
been the whole. Yeah. That's why you have this whole gripe with, depending on which player you're talking to, on load management, because they'll go back and say, look, you didn't really get an all-star break when you played all-star. You played games, went down for the break, not even a break. You played the weekend, you came back, you went back to playing games. You played 82. You went through the playoffs, and it was to demonstrate if you were an Iron Man.
True. True indeed, man. True indeed. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for your boys CP and Alex on the ones and twos. This is the postgame show, the number one show for the fans, by the fans. This is Knicks Fan TV. Okay. Did I load up the key stats of the night here?
I don't know. Did you?
I'm just looking right now. Hang on. I thought I was on point today when I came back, man. Had everything loaded.
Are you still in vacation mode?
I'm back,
like
man.
Your boy Burks.
I'm back, man. Hold on. Let me get to it here. Let me load this up.
Is that a coconut in the back on that table?
I wish, man. All right, let's go to it, man. Key stats of the night brought to you guys by Underdog Fantasy. Both teams shot the ball fairly well, man. Pistons, 48% from the field out to 44 for the Knicks. And from downtown as well. You know, downtown was, for the Knicks at least, is where I thought they did very well, especially from DiVincenzo's standpoint. He went 5 for 10 from downtown. But Knicks shooting 38%, and Pistons shooting 46 from downtown, 14 of 30. And give Quentin Grimes some credit because in that fourth quarter, he was on fire. And Quentin Grimes hit 3 of 6 from downtown. And that's where things got dicey for the Knicks. Now, also in this game, when we look at some of the key stats, take a look at the assists. Knicks out-assisting the Pistons by 6, 31-25. They did win the rebounding battle by 2. I thought this is where this game also became close. I thought the Pistons did a fairly good job on the glass, keeping the Knicks off of the glass. I got to look at the second chance points and see how both teams did. Let's look that up real quick. How many second chance points did the Knicks get in this game compared to Detroit? Go to the game charts, NBA.com. The ESPN doesn't track second chance points. Oh, well, you see, 23-13. 23-13 there. Knicks edged out the Pistons on the second chance battle. And you could argue that's part of what helped the Knicks win this one, man. You know, this is another big one, the turnover battle. It was 17-14. Knicks won it. But the Pistons gave up 30 points off of their turnovers to come to the Knicks giving up 8, conversely. And then you had fast break points. Knicks won that 14-9. And then points in the paint, man. 42 Knicks, 40 to the Pistons. Largest lead for the Knicks, 13. Largest for the Pistons was 7. What do you think?
The rebounding battle doesn't surprise me because when you look at the stats on the season, Knicks right now averaging 46 rebounds, Pistons averaging 44. So you knew this was going to be a tight battle to maintain positioning on the glass. So
good stuff.
Not shocked to see that it's so close to end the game. Things that I like for the Knicks is the 31 assists, man. I like that they're moving the rock. The second chance opportunities. That's probably been the most impressive thing for me, CP, is that even without Julius Randle, who was a top 10 guy in second chance points, and not having Mitchell Robinson, this team still is number 1 since in second chance opportunities. So they continue to execute by getting boards and figuring out how to score, man, and just working the ball around. So that's just impressive. To me, man, it comes down to the 14 turnovers. I know Pistons had 17, but it's the 14 turnovers for the Knicks. Got to clean it up a little bit better and just maintain possessions, man. This is a team that, you know, you shouldn't be so relaxed against. You want to take these games no matter if you're shorthanded, if you're fully healthy. You want to come in here with your A game because the position that you are, we talked about earlier in the show, you're fighting for positioning in the East. So protecting the rock, very important. And that's something that I would like to see the Knicks continue to work on as we get closer to the postseason. But those are my takeaways from the stats.
True indeed, man. And once again, the key stats of the night are brought to you by Underdog Fantasy, guys. Use our code KFTV for an instant deposit match up to $100. And let's take a look at our fantasy draft results tonight, because it looks like right now Team Stratocaster may
look
have
at that.
edged this one out. How did that happen, man? Hang on,
Hey.
man. I need a recount. Hang on, man. Let me pull the.
Hey, oh, you want to recount?
Hang
you
on.
want to know why?
Hang on,
wait
hang
a
on.
minute, wait. Did you choose Alec Burks on your team? Oh, no, you didn't.
No.
I thought you
I
had Burks.
I didn't make
that.
that.
Oh, you didn't choose Burks for your fantasy team?
Nah,
Oh.
I don't even think he was on the list, to be honest with you. I don't even think he was on the list. So let's take a look at this. All right, so tonight's draft, you had, once again, Team Fanchise versus Team Tratacaster versus Team Knicks Chick. We set up a private draft, 3-person draft, just a $5 entry fee. I mean, on Underdog, you have entry fees as low as $3, or you can join drafts as high as like $100 or $500. So it really depends on your appetite. We do this here to have fun, get a little lunch money, get a little beer money, and have some bragging rights. But hey, whatever you're into, you do what you like. Who had the first pick? Maria had the first pick in this one, and she picked Sabonis. She picked Sabonis first, and her team was Sabonis. She had Donte, 34 points for Donte. That was pretty good. The only thing in Underdog, you don't get points for threes made, right? You get points for points. You get 1 point for every point scored, but you don't really get it for threes made. But nevertheless, she had the Sabonis, Donte, Mikal Bridges, who didn't do much against Memphis. Is that game still going? No, that game's got to be over, right?
What, the Kings game?
Yeah, no, Memphis and Nets.
Oh, yeah, that's over.
It's over? Okay. So Mikal Bridges and Cam Thomas, not really a great game. Not at all. Mikal Bridges only 11 points and 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Cam Thomas, not so much better. She had Duncan Robinson against Sacramento. That game is still going on, has to be. Well, he's got 10 dimes in this game. So that's pretty good. I think you get 1.2 points for every assist registered in the fantasy option. And she had Vince Williams, who didn't do much either. Now, to Team Fanchise, I had Bam, which was a good pick, 43 points for Bam. That game's still got to be going on, right?
Still going on. It's the third quarter.
He's got 21 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal in the third. So Bam still has a chance, Al. I'm not counting myself out yet. I have the Aaron Fox, who's also playing in this game, 16 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal so far. I had Josh Hart, great pickup, 49 points for fantasy points for Hart, 23, 8, 6, 2 steals, and a block. That's a fantasy stat line right there. That was a good pickup by CP, the GM. I also picked up Precious in this game. 4 points, though. 11 rebounds, assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals, which is still pretty decent. And then I got Malik Monk, who's still going out. He's still going. 8 points.
That was the one pick I wanted, though. I wanted Malik. I was like,
I wanted Duncan Robinson.
I didn't even see him on the board. I took Jaime Hawkins before him. I was like, there was Malik Monk. I was so upset.
Yeah, I wanted Robinson. But Monk has 8 points, 2 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals in this one. And then I had Jaden Ivey in the game, who 14, 2, and 3, a steal. So let's go to your team. You have Brunson, 56 fantasy points for Brunson tonight. 35 points, 12 rebounds, 2 steals, 12 assists, and 2 steals. You have Jaren Jackson Jr., who I wanted to pick up in this one. He's got 15, 4, 1, 2, and 1. Oh, Cade. Good pickup with Cade, man. You had Cade Cunningham, too. 32 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 blocks. Great pickup, man. Nick Claxton, good job by you there. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks for Nick Claxton. He's a good fantasy option there. And Jaquez, decent so far, 15 and 3, 2, 3, and 3 steals. And then Keegan Murray. All right, so there we go. So as we reset this thing here, Team Stratocaster is up 220 points. He's got 220. I got 197. And Nick Chick has 158. So let's see who finishes victorious there. It looks like it's going to come down to this Kings Heat game.
Yeah.
So we'll see, man.
We'll see. What time did the Raptors Pacers game start?
Must have been a 7:00 game.
Yeah, because I didn't see any of those guys on the docket. So
it was definitely a 7:00 game. They started early. When we did our draft, that game was on. We did the draft at 7:15.
Gotcha. Yeah. That makes sense.
That game had started already. So
RJ Barrett with 24 points, 11 to 16 from the field. RJ shooting 70%.
RJ, Mr. Efficiency, huh? Gets out of Julius's shadow. and starts getting buckets.
And they beat the Pacers.
Yeah, cool the Pacers off. Good job by them handling our dirty work. Appreciate you guys, man. RJ and Quick. How'd Quick do, man? I miss Quick, man. How'd he do, man?
Quickly had 19 points, 8 of 16 from the field, so shot 50%, 3 of 7 from downtown.
Yeah, I miss Quick, man.
We need that spark off the bench, man.
Yeah, I definitely miss Quick, man. RJ too, man. I definitely do, man. Shout out to them.
I'm just trying to pull up some RJ stats. I just want to know where he's been at since he's been in Toronto.
Shout out my guy Kyle in the chat. What's good, Money? How you feeling, man?
Bro, this man is shooting 37% from downtown since he went to the Raptors.
Wow. Good for my guys, man. Hoping for nothing but success, man. If you guys are new in the chat, leave us a hashtag new. We'll shout you guys out. So throw hashtag new in the chat. Go ahead, man.
He is averaging 54% field goal percentage.
Wow.
RJ Barrett.
Wow. Who knew? Who knew, man?
He knew.
Yeah, he did. He did. 845, man. Let's wrap it up. Rapid fire. What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
My name is Robert. I'm calling from Carmel, New York.
Okay. How you doing, man?
Oh, it was a very tough win tonight, but you know what? I'll take it.
Okay.
I have a couple questions. First, when Randle comes back, he's not going to be fully 100%.
Yeah.
And I'm just worried that like he's gonna like be injured at shoulder, and he's gonna be out even more.
Yeah, it's a possibility. What's the next question?
I just want to say you guys are amazing.
Okay, appreciate it,
at what you guys do, and you guys have a good night.
Appreciate it. Appreciate the call, man. Hey, call back anytime, man. Appreciate the call, man. Always appreciate the love. Yeah, look, the injury, re-injury concern is a possibility. So you just hope that he comes back and doesn't get hurt. I think you could put it as simple as that. Shout out to J Cal, man. $50 super chat out. Jason Calcanis. He says, on behalf of Knicks Nation, I'm going to accept this flawed victory with humility. It was a cardiac Nick night, man. We needed one of those post All-Star because he didn't really have that, right? Like the Philly game wasn't that. Boston game certainly wasn't that. So he needed one of those, man. Jolt the heartstrings a little bit. Just make sure you know you're alive.
You're getting your wish, CP. You're getting your wish.
I like those type of games, man. I watch these games hoping we win, but I want to be entertained as well. I like to see the chaos a little bit.
All because you said, have we gotten out of the cardiac Nick affair? We were on that 9-game rolling streak, really just taking teams out. And then you're like, you know what? I miss old shock to the system.
Yeah, I missed it, man. And then to see my guy Burks cooking and trying to get revenge, that's great, man. That's a great storyline. I was loving it. I was hoping we would win, but I was loving it, man. I liked it.
You stop trying to fool yourself. You went on vacation because you need some rest and relaxation from all of that. So please, miss me with I miss all of this. Next thing I know, I'm gonna be like, yo, where'd CP go this time?
Oh man,
somewhere British Virgin Islands, just hanging out.
Hey, you got to recalibrate, man. This is the final stretch, the last 25. Then we go into playoffs, and then when you think about it, we really don't do off season here. You know, we will most likely be doing draft this year. They're gonna have 2
you're
picks.
talking about us, KFTV,
yeah, just period. Yeah, we're like we don't do off season.
No such thing,
right? There's a good chance we're gonna be talking draft this year, which means our draft coverage is coming back full steam, which means we'll be doing a draft show. Then we're heading to Vegas for Summer League. Free agency. Then you got off season.
You know, Knicks Weekly is always rocking every week.
Yeah.
Even when there's no basketball.
Exactly.
We don't sleep.
We don't sleep here. So,
you know why?
Yeah.
Because we're degenerates.
That's it. And this is the #1 show for the fans, by the fans. So never forget it. Well, we appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. Shout out to J Cal. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all the mods. Back at it tomorrow with 2 shows. Monica McNutt at 12:30. And then post-game live, Pelicans come to town. Zion, Ingram, Valanciunas, all those guys. Tough battle. This won't be the Pistons. Well, it was a tough battle tonight, but a more, formidable opponent for sure. So they'll have to be ready. Game of the week preview. Do we have a time yet? Do we talk to Sam?
I'm still working out. It's still working out some logistics because since he's West Coast, but it should be set for Wednesday night. We should be doing something Wednesday.
All right, let me know. Let me know the time, and we'll make sure we get it out to the people and we get it live. And yeah, man, great show, Al, great show all the mods. Remember that this show is available in audio podcast format, man. No reason to miss it. But if you did, salute to the replay gang. You can always catch us also on all major podcast platforms. Let me make sure I got all the super chats here. Nate Lopez, $5 super chat, says that ending looked like a gift to the Knicks from the NBA for that horrible call in Houston. Yeah, these things always seem to kind of balance out, man. Ty Busy, $5 super chat, says a win is a win. Damn that. This is what we traded for. Missing pieces or not, Knicks got to do better. Enough said. We traded Grimes and 2 second-round picks, man. Put it in perspective, man. You didn't go out there and
still want to see these guys offensively produce.
Sure, yeah, no problem. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Nick and Knack, Fanchise channel member, says, a $5 super chat says, took me way too long to join the Fanchise channel memberships. Several years were taken from my life tonight. Jalen Brunson is the point guard we've had since Clyde. Shout out to Nick and Knack, man. Cardiac affair. Shout out to DJ Tiggs 13, Brendan Cooney, appreciate it. Nick and Knack, Dean Sumo, I got you. Haiku Homie says, here's his bars, here's his stanza. Precious Achua. God bless you and gesundheit. Dios te bendiga. Haiku Homie. February 27th, 2024. I hope I didn't botch that. I think I got that proper. Okay? All right, man. Al, great show, all the mods. Salute our sponsors, Underdog Fantasy. Use our code KFTV, instant deposit match of up to $100. And our other sponsor is Manscaped. Manscaped.com. Use promo code KFTV for 20% off, plus free shipping. Great show, man. Al.